Hello, I'm the Savvy Geek here, and today we're going to create a Kali Linux virtual machine with VirtualBox. As I'm an information security and study pen testing, I've been asked this question so many times that I decided to create a tutorial for it, hoping it will help. So why Kali Linux? Kali is a very popular Linux distro used for hacking, pen testing, and forensics. Its current version as of today is the 2.0 based on Debian. It isn't the only pen testing distribution around, but it's become popular because it gathers thousands of tools ready to go. So why VirtualBox? VirtualBox is a free open source virtualization software currently owned by Oracle that supports Windows, Mac, and Linux. It is a great solution if you don't need anything particularly fancy like video games. The problem is that creating a Kali Linux virtual machine with VirtualBox can be challenging because when you create it, you need to set it up in a specific way, otherwise the installation fails miserably. This problem doesn't affect other similar programs like VMware Player or Workstation for Windows, or VMware Fusion or Parallels Desktop for Mac. So for this you'll need to have the latest Kali Linux ISO 32-bit or 64-bit depending on what kind of operating system you have, and VirtualBox already installed. Now let's go ahead and create our new virtual machine. For you to create a new virtual machine, you need to click New. This will bring up a dialog box where you need to enter the name of the virtual machine, Kali Linux version 2. We're going to choose Linux and we're going to choose Other Linux 64-bit. Then we're going to assign the RAM to the virtual machine, and I recommend to be pretty generous here. As to the virtual drive, I like to use the VHD type. Okay guys, this is the critical stage. For the installation to be successful, you need to assign more than 20 gigabytes of disk space. Okay, at this point we can start our new virtual machine. Now we need to point to the actual location where we have previously downloaded the Kali Linux ISO, which in my case is in downloads, as you will see here. Okay. At this point, we can start our virtual machine and initiate the installation. From this menu here, we're going to choose Graphical Install to start the actual Kali installation. Okay. Don't worry about that. This is all a bunch of Linux commands that show you whether the boot is successful. Anyway, we're going to choose the language. I'm going to choose United States as I leave here. I'm going to change the keyboard layout to Italian, which is mine. And the actual installation will start. Now it's going through several stages to install all the needed components. Skipping a little bit ahead here, and we're going to configure the network. I don't need any proxy. I'm going to enter my root password that we'll need to enter twice for confirmation. At this time, the installation will keep going, so the system components have been installed. Now we chose the time zone, we detach the disks, and we deal with partitioning. I'm gonna use one only partition because this is a virtual machine. I don't need to partition it, of course. And we'll commit the changes to disk by choosing yes here. So it's keeping partitioning, as you see. And the actual final stage of the installation has started. So at this point we can configure a network mirror, which I'm going to do right now, and the package manager. This is a very important software because it allows to install updates and software in your Linux system. At this point we're going to install the grub bootloader, which is essential for Linux to boot. At this point we're going to choose yes here and click continue. We're going to accept the option here and the bootloader installation will start. Now we're completing the installation and the live media files will be removed. Okay, so now Kali Linux is starting. I need to log. You see I'm using a root user, which you should never do, but this is a virtual machine, so. Okay, so the operating system is loading, and in a moment you'll see what the new version of Kali Linux looks like. There you go. In the dock you have a series of applications more often used, and clicking on the bottom menu here you see all the applications. So that's all guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.